One of the use cases that I wanted to drill down a bit more deeply into is agriculture. The reason being is that, again, the field of agriculture it enabled me to apply this example across that spectrum of latency all the way to analytics. And the examples here provided are rooted in the autonomy of sensors and robots who can collect and analyze data, and all underpin the technology of precision farming with the goal of ultimately improving yield, but there are also many other ancillary benefits. The examples highlighted here include agrobots. That's the first time I'd heard of this in the last couple of weeks. So these are agricultural robots who receive information from sensors and perform tasks such as crop harvesting and irrigation. They collect information that they're seeing literally in the field, react as needed, and then also in keeping with the general theme, parse and send it back to the cloud for longer-term analytics and data aggregation and storage. A second example is climate monitoring. So this is taking outside of just the immediacy of a given farm itself, whereby sensors on that farm, however, would collect and send data to the cloud in the climate that is directly attributed to the farm, as well as climates that are surrounding the farm, as well as any other climates that might mimic what that particular farm may experience. So this is more of a longer-term play. Like climate monitoring was another one that we thought was important to call out here. And the third being crop management. We'll also kind of include livestock management as well. So just essentially managing the health of your lifeblood of the farm. Whereby sensors can not only detect in a field a need for immediate attention, so let's say harmful parasites are unknowingly starting to attack your crop and you just haven't seen that this is happening yet, or there are a couple of your cattle that just have suddenly stopped eating. So you can also see here how this example could extend to near-term latency potential, as well as over time provide the ability to predict when any of those flags happen to come into play. The next use case that I wanted to touch upon is retail, and this is probably personally my most favorite one, but I'll leave you all to have your own opinions. The advent of online retail has, of course, been a blessing for many shoppers like myself, who enjoy the 24-hour ease and convenience of buying literally anything that our hearts desire from anywhere that really has a phone signal. So it's no surprise to hear that brick and mortar retailers, and these can range from mom and pop shops, but really we're focusing more on the full-scale department stores, have started to feel the effects of living in quote-unquote Amazon Prime world. And in response have started, so that they don't become obsolete, have started to implement some really interesting tactics to improve employee productivity, and for all of us consumers who choose to leave the house out of our pajamas, the overall shopping experience. In-store robots is the first example I'd like to highlight, and they have functionality that's twofold. From a productivity and labor optimization standpoint, robots can simply replace some human functions such as shelf stocking, inventory counts, just more efficiently and accurately than humans, and in conjunction also free up people to do more of the face-to-face interaction with customers themselves. That being said, on the actual floor and interacting with customers, robots may also act as assistants or even personal shoppers. And the use cases here range from a simple Q&A regarding preferences to some personal, what have been called shop bots, who can analyze individual features and even clothing style to suggest things like potential outfits. I was going to add, I'm not sure how this works if you're prone to shop in sweatpants and are looking for an evening dress, and if the technology has been extended to include aspects like this, but I still think it's a pretty interesting case that kind of harkens back to the analytical ability as well as the sensor's ability to see something in front of them and actually create a smart suggestion that resonates with a consumer. In addition, another solution in the retail realm is video monitoring. So outside of robots, video monitoring can help retailers in a variety of ways, such as facial recognition to detect customer satisfaction, as well as on the operational side, monitoring things like foot traffic flow to help managers make decisions with regards to staffing and closing hours. And finally, to round this out, another personal favorite example of mine is the extension of personalization, the main benefit of which is improved customer experiences. AR mirrors have been shown to be implemented to allow someone to try on clothes, for instance, to account for an item that A, may either be out of stock, or B, assist in showing someone what a different size would look like without them actually having to try it on. Another example is AR/VR to simulate a destination so that, for instance, someone trying on a bathing suit for an upcoming trip could have the experience of doing so on a tropical beach versus a harshly lit changing room. It's never a pleasant experience for any of us who have had to go through that. So that's another just real life, really accessible consumer example that we wanted to work in here outside of just speaking solely about factory floors and more of the mechanical operational aspects of things.